this phone call. Like, every time I'd ring the police back, they just kept ending the phone on me. Like, they were just so unbothered by the full situation. So I thought, right, I need to get a taxi as soon as possible down to the police station and speak to them in person. So I got a taxi down to the closest police station. I was literally there within the hour of the phone call. So I'd gone in, I said, I really need to report somebody missing. But I said, it's not like they're just missing around here, like, he's missing in a very, like, abandoned place. There's nothing up there, it's just mountains. She gave me a piece of paper that said that I needed to go online, fill in a form, and then within 48 hours I'd receive a code, and I'd bring the code back to the police station, and then I could file a report. I said, within 48 hours, like, it could be fatal. I said, this needs reporting right now. So we'd come up, there was literally no sign of him anywhere. Like, we drove around all day, there was literally nothing, no sign of him. I went into a restaurant that was halfway up on the viewpoint.
And is that where you are now, Lucy? You're staying at the coast, but you're now up in the mountains where you think Jay was.
I've literally not slept at all since I've got that phone call at 8 o'clock.
We all hope that the search continues and Jay is found safe and sound. But the final question is, what is he like? What's he like at home? Is he sensible, or is he a bit more of a risk taker? What's Jay like?
No, he's not a risk taker at all. That he wouldn't do anything. Like, I don't know why. I can't understand why he would come out of the house and then decide that he was going to walk. I don't know why he would do that. And then I think he set off walking with battery and not realised how far the walk actually is. And then when he's obviously, or when I'd spoken to him, he said he'd already walked about half an hour. And then obviously, I don't know if he's walked half an hour down the road and then put it into his maps. And then obviously it said it's like really far. I really don't know why he set off walking. There isn't much up here. However, there are cars that come up here. There are people that come up here to hike. I've seen so many people up here, and I've asked every single one if they've seen him, and nobody's seen him. And this is what I find weird, because if he'd have seen somebody or a car or a person, he would have either flagged down the car. Yeah. He would have said to someone like, he needs the phone to contact someone, and also he would never have his mum worrying like this. He would never have his family worrying like this. He would never have us worrying like this. Like, if he saw someone, the first thing he would do is say, "I need to ring my mum." Like, I know that for a fact. So I've never ever in my life been so worried at all.
Right. So what I would say, I'm just going to...
Imagine where your door could take you this summer.
I don't want my door to take me anywhere. So what I would say, right, if you compare it to other cases and you look at the data that we do know, is that for some reason, Jay left that house quickly with no battery, knowing how far he was away from where he was staying. And he was purposely coming off the road. Now, to me, that would point to someone who was scared and who had left purposely. He was out he wasn't on the path. He was out where the cactuses was. He was out trying to stay away, it seems, like from the main road. And it seemed that at some point when he saw the cafe, he come back onto the road and then took a photo of a white car, which... There is a certain part of me that thinks Lucy would have heard on the phone, someone's chasing me. And there's certain things that kind of aren't being put out. There was a reason why within even a couple of hours, his mum made plans to go straight out there. His mum has had messages saying, "We've got him, we're holding against his will." She got a Snapchat yesterday saying, "Say goodbye to your son." And these could also be just pure scammers, people just being fucking horrific. I don't think Lucy's so much lying. I think she would have been told for his own safety, maybe not to put certain facts out. And this is just a possibility. That if you leave a house, right, and you're going to walk back and you're going to walk 10 hours, you're going to make sure you've got at least 50% battery. You're not going to leave with like 1% battery. And he could only have ever had about 10% when he left for it to go down that quickly. And then with this white car just keeps coming up. There's that video I put on my profile yesterday of the white car that stops on that lay-by part, and two men come up from the bushes. As soon as another car's passed, they wait for the car to pass. They come out from the bushes, they open the boot, they both get in the car very quickly and leave. That same white car has been seen in the area over and over again. An animal definitely hasn't eaten him. The most dangerous animals out there are... Can someone stop that fucking idiot that keeps posting the same thing over and over again? Thank you, Ella. The most dangerous animals out in the mountains is goats, and they're not going to kill anyone. There isn't even snakes out there. Rochelle said he had snakes around him. There's no fucking snakes in Tenerife. You have to Google that. You would think that he would waited to get a lift back. We also know that there was buses that came that way. So why would you not wait for a bus unless you were just trying to get away very quickly? I just think that's one of the things that will be looked into by police today, because something is definitely very off with this case. And it could just be that he's out in the mountains, but if he was alive in the mountains, he would have heard all the helicopters, all of the different things, like the drones, the dogs out there. If he was out there, so from his last point of his ping, if you took dogs to that area, tracking dogs, they would have been able to track him. But I honestly believe that. And I've literally covered cases where dogs have ran like 12 miles and gone straight to the front door of a suspect. So I literally don't understand how they didn't find him. That guy put up this status basically saying, please do not... saying whoever's writing on these TikToks, give it a rest. A young lad's missing, his family's heartbroken. Put yourself in their shoes, stop talking nonsense on socials and get this lad found. And I literally, like I said before, I've got nothing but respect for Tom. What a good kid, man. What an absolute forgiving soldier. And anyone who knows Tom, send him my well wishes, because he didn't have to do this. No, it's fine. Like, I get why you're asking. And that's why I've got this post, because I want people to know that... if Tom's forgiven and Tom wants him found, then we've got no reason to be mad on his behalf. It does show how humble he is. It shows how lovely he is, man. And I've literally got nothing but respect for Tom. Do you know what I mean? What a nice kid, man. Punish Jay Slater. Are you actually kidding? That you'd actually create a profile just to slag off a missing person? Have a word with yourself. Jesus Christ. We don't know if he's passed. We don't know. We don't know, Mace. Can people stop spamming questions? Like, just put it once, and if no one answers, put it again in a couple of minutes. Spamming is just going to get you blocked. There are so many people out here that just literally just do things just to get a bit of attention, even when it's talking about a missing person. So, Courtney, we have absolutely no idea about who was at the house, what their names are, have they been questioned. Nothing's been put out. And from what we're hearing, his mum, Jay's mum, is saying the police are doing the best they can, right? Which you'll see that all the time in missing persons cases, right? A family's never going to slag off the police department because they think you're my one link to finding my son. So even when they're being shit, the mum's going to go, they're doing a brilliant job, right? Because you don't want to lose that one person who's going to help you find your kid, right? Lucy's saying the police are shit. That the police have literally fobbed them off, not done what they need to do, and could have found them straight away if they'd gone out with a helicopter like they promised. So I would say that the police aren't doing the best job. Loads of local people are saying that there is hardly any police presence out there. So they're saying they've been questioned, but we haven't had even people come. Right, in my opinion, if it was me, yeah, definitely Miss Baguette or Baguette. In my opinion, if I was at a house and I had a boy come over to party with me and he then went missing, I'm going to be in the media going, look, he left here at this time, he was wearing this, like he had taken this or done this, like we really want to find him, we're joining the search party. The fact they're not coming forward and saying anything just makes me a little bit suspicious. The fact that we don't know where they're from, we don't know if they're British, we don't know if they're from Morocco. I literally would be out there with his mum, next to his mum at the hotel crying, being like, I'm so sorry, I shouldn't have let him leave, like, or I was asleep, this happened. We don't even know who these people are. Some people are saying they're Moroccan in a silver car, some people are saying they're British in a white car. We just don't know anything. So it's really hard, and that will cause speculation, because if you don't know something, people are just going to talk and make up shit. So it'd be so much better coming out and going, look, was the club in the house? The club wasn't in the mountains. He got into a car with people outside the club and headed back to their holiday accommodation that he had only just met that night. And it was a 44-minute drive from where they were into where this house was. And then it was 30 miles back walking, which was 10 hours and 40-minute walk. And we don't know if he knew that morning that's how far he was going to have to walk. You would think you would do that first original search of how far you had to walk from the house. If you were just leaving in normal terms, you were fine with the people, you'd be like, should I wait for them to have a sleep so they can drive me back? How far is it? Is there a bus? You'd be searching. Like, even if I need to know somewhere in my hometown, but I need to get a bus from there to there, I'm like, okay, let me just check which bus I need to get on, what time it comes. So the fact that he's just left and kind of walked, I don't believe that he was half an hour to walk when he first searched how far away his hotel was. I don't believe that. We don't have any confirmed sightings of him. Yeah, 45 minutes by car, but a 10-hour, 40-minute walk. What is your opinion on Damien Nettles? That's random. I did the Damien Nettles case the other day. I think Damien Nettles is dead. And I think he was killed by Nikki McNamara. His family said the other boys have been spoken to and helping with the search. I just want to know more about it. And I know it's not our right to, but I just literally think by having a little bit more information, we'd be able to kind of have more of a kind of idea. How does Lucy know? I don't know, Nathan. That's what I mean. So many things are being said. We just played the Sky News video with Lucy. So many things are kind of being said. Like yesterday we had like, oh, we're changing the whole search area. And that was actually the civil guard that put that out. And then obviously we had on the Facebook group, no, they're not doing that. That was just the press kind of making that up. But it was the civil guard who actually said, oh, we're moving the search. He had a cut on his leg. We knew that 2 days ago he'd cut his leg on a cactus. So, you know, that could be infected. That could be anything. It could also have been not a cut from a cactus. It could have been a cut from something inside that house. And we have to weigh that up. That somehow he left maybe with an injury and that's why he was leaving and trying to stay off the road. There are definitely thoughts of those going through my head. Normally I would wait because I would think, you know, in the first kind of 48 hours, it's just you love my eyebrows. I haven't got any fucking eyebrows, have I? So I left them in the 80s. Yeah, so you just have to like consider the fact that when we get to weird how you're coming in and talking about my eyebrows when we talk about a missing person. I love your mum. You have to think there must be, when you reach the 72-hour period, right, you have to start looking at other possibilities. And from some posts that have been put up today, I would imagine that that the family do have some kind of information we don't have. We don't know, Emma. There is some water there. Thank you, Wanda. There is some water there. We just don't know how far away he was from water. And we know that most of the water in the mountains is salt water, so he wouldn't have been safe drinking it. So let me have a look. The Independent, 13 minutes ago. Jay Slater missing. British teen cut his leg as mother shares biggest regret about the Tenerife trip. A friend of Jay Slater said the British teen had injured his leg on a cactus and was dehydrated and lost. It just seems random. Like I know there's loads of cactus there, but it's just like, oh, Lucy had said that right from day one that he'd cut his leg on the cactus. It's not really made the media until now. Yes, but it literally, I think a lot of people are negating how serious it would be if he was in the mountains after a rec session or not, with no water, no food. He literally, by this stage, will not even be awake because your body just can't keep going. You literally you'd be really struggling. I'm not saying that he's died. He absolutely could be in a comatose state. He could be passed out. But for people thinking that he's just going to be out walking in the middle of the street right now after days and days of nothing, you know, even if he was found in the mountains now, the first thing they'd do is have to teleflight him out of there and get him straight to a hospital, and he would be on the edge of life. Let's be honest, right? Okay. It would be a real rescue mission. So people obviously saying, oh, I think I've seen him walking in town, just upright. The chance of that is absolutely mental. Like it just couldn't happen. You know, he's in bare heat. As far as we know, he has no water, he has no food, he has no battery in his phone, he has nothing. So this is little things that you'll read between the lines, right? So Lucy said in this article with The Independent, she said his disappearance is suspicious and it's weird. Okay, so that's the people who are out there with him, who had that final call. They do not just think that he's out there just a little bit lost. They're saying it's suspicious and it's weird. He set out on a walk of 11 hours back to our accommodation. Why didn't he just wait for the bus? And that is absolutely like, why did he not just wait to the bus? Why did he not want to take the chance of just being stood at a bus stop? What happened at that house? How did his leg really get hurt? Was it a cactus? Had he been stabbed? What happened there? Do you know what I mean? Why did he come off of the main road? That road that goes right through the mountains, it's clearly marked, and you know you're much more likely to come across a car. If you've watched that that live cam, you'll see there's cars going up and down there all the time. Yes, some of them are out there because they're searching, but some people go there just day tripping. One of my followers was there 2 days before he went missing on a sightseeing mission. So people go there all the time. So why was he trying to stay away from where cars and buses would have seen him? Do you know what I mean? He could have been paranoid, 100% he could have, or there could have been a real or perceived danger, or it could have been one that he just thought was dangerous. But something kind of has happened to make him leave that house. He went back there a couple hours before, and then all of a sudden at 7 o'clock in the morning, he's like, I've got to get out of here, and I've got no battery, I've got no water on me. You know, if you're going to leave someone's house, right, after a house party, and you know you've got a long walk back, right, whether he knew how long it was or not, would you not take a bottle of water with you? Would you not take the chance to like literally grab like a bottle of water? You're off your head. I know for a fact when I've been off my head, I'm with water all the time. Like I will leave the nightclub with a bottle of water in my hand. I will have a bottle of water all the time. He's left with nothing. Why? Why did he leave like that with nothing? Do you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden we see that last Snapchat of a car, and then he Snapchatted that, and then he's gone. Boof. But the buses are quite frequent, so why would you just not wait for the next bus? If I'm Snapchatting something and I'm like, I've got to walk 11 hours and 40 minutes, 10 hours and 40 minutes, or I could just wait for the next bus, I'm going to sit and wait for that bus. Or you're going to stay on the main road, so the bus will come past you at some point and start walking. You're not going to just walk into the middle of the bush. You're going to stay on that main path. You're going to hitchhike. You're going to do something. You're going to stay somewhere where it's a possibility that a car is going to come past you or a bus, and you can flag it down. You're not going to come off there. He went off the side of the road and right into the mountains where the cactuses was and something else. You would stay somewhere where someone would pass, where you put your thumb out, ask them to make a phone call. Could you phone an Uber? Could you phone your friend? Could you phone your mum? Could you phone a taxi? You're not going to leave that main thing unless you're purposely staying off that road. And the only way you're going to stay off that road is because you think someone is going to come after you. It's definitely something we need to think about. It feels like in some cases I've covered before, even in the last week. Harry, I don't know who you are, dude, so I just don't have strangers in the box because I just get nervous about it and I don't know what you're going to say. I don't know if you're going to be harmful to the case. I don't know. I think something is definitely happening. I think there's definitely some stuff we don't know, and that's absolutely fine because obviously it's a police investigation. I think probably more was said to Lucy on that phone about why he was there and what he was doing, and that he was maybe scared. I think then he probably took a picture of the car because he literally, what else could he do? They're already there. You've got a cut leg. You're not running anywhere. Do you know what I mean? It's just literally, I'm not going to let you in the box, Harry, just because I'm not letting anyone in the box, because if you want to go live and talk about it, you can. But if you say something in my box, it's on me and I have to try and control the live because it's a missing person who's actively missing. It seems like he was scared, and I'm not, it could just be that he was perceived it, like literally, like he had got very paranoid. He had, It's not you, it's her own life. It's not on you, it's her own life. Yeah, Liv, I do my lives, and I only ever have my friends up if we're chatting and stuff. I don't even cover cases with people because I have to know what's going to be said. And, you know, I've seen other lives where people have come up and like flash their bits and all sorts. And then that would reflect really badly on me. And I don't want to see no one's sausage this time in the morning. First time abroad in his past crime may increase paranoia. I think what people so over in different countries, right, you're going to get different strength stuff, right? You're going to get you're going to mix different stuff. You can have things like spike with things like fentanyl. You're going to get all kinds of different stuff. So you could take something, right, and just literally instantly go on into a paranoid kind of thing. But it also could be that you've been sat there and someone's given you something so they can do something, or so they can kind of rob you, do anything, and you've just fled, and then it's hit you when you're out in the middle of fucking nowhere. So there's so many different things. And then he's obviously had that call with, you know, we know it's all happening within about half an hour. So many things can happen in that time. He did have a cigarette on the thing. People leave from vital information. What is it vital about, Keeks? Courtney, is there a reason you want to come into the box? I'm literally getting off in a minute. I literally just want to talk about this case today, so I don't want to... has anyone seen the cut? No, no one's seen the cut because obviously he was out in the middle of nowhere. Thank you, Bri. We don't know what time he left the festival. We don't know, Miss Mopride, because we're only being told from... Let me have a look at Maddie. Oh, Maddie's telling me about myself. Another 12-year-old coming in here to throw down the law. Love it. Yeah, it's just literally, there's so many different things going on. It's not necessarily the water out there would have been safe because it's salt water. I do think something's happened because there's a review from 2020 scary. Okay, Keeks. I think to go from saying you didn't want any GoFundMe, right, which I think it's well within the right to have a GoFundMe, yeah, that's fine. But to say you don't want one and then have 10 and reach that and then go, actually, now we need 30, I do think there's probably some kind of ransom or something they're expecting to come in. I think that's the only reason you would do that, because I think you'd be either you've got a ransom or you think there may be one, because I imagine if it hits 30, they're going to put it up to 50. And I don't think his family are trying to make money out of this or any of that. So I think it's a reason. I think there's something behind it. I honestly do think something's happened. We know yesterday that the post that put up, which I can't find anymore. So last night about 10 o'clock, Brad's mum put up a post that said, tomorrow is different. Tomorrow it's going to be a bigger investigation. It's going to be different. And just before that, the post before that is like, we've got a lead. We can't tell you what it is. Jay's still missing, but we have a lead. So I'm thinking, is that lead that a police have come to and said he's been held? Or we know that, you know, someone's made contact with us, or they've had some kind of ransom thing. What is that change that they spoke about? And why has that post been taken down now? So to me, it makes me think that they are aware of some information now. I don't believe they know more. I think I think the friends, I don't think they're like trying to trip us up or anything, but I think there are certain facts that they've probably been told not to tell us. I mean, we'll never know the inside of an investigation, okay? There's always going to be some things that the police are going to tell you not to put out. And if someone tells me that my kid's life is going to be a risk if I put out certain information, I ain't putting it out. So I literally can completely understand that. Exactly, you don't want the kidnappers to know that you're making it public. The Airbnb is available to rent. Is it really, Charlotte? Why have they not got a crime team in there? Why are they not at least looking luminol, something, see if there's blood in there, see something? Like, you have to rule it out properly. And this is in these police investigations, you can't go back. I literally cannot have someone flood in the chat. You've said it once, you've said it 4 times. Do you know what I mean? Until we find out what happened, his body could be found tomorrow and he could be badly beaten, and then you can't go back and look for things because there's other people in there. So, you know, it's going to change the dynamic. So I don't know why people do that. I don't know why they would just put it should be illegal to put it back up to rent. I know, I can't be bothered today. Like, do you know what I mean? You said it's from 2020, it's now 2024, and not only have you said it once, he didn't even follow me, the cheeky bastard, and he's trying to use me as an advertising place. Do you know what I mean? Literally. He said decide if it's relevant about 900 times, and I've already decided now it's not relevant because you've said it too many times. Oh no, literally. I will just block people now because I just can't keep having these same people coming in here just to be idiots. Like, this is a boy who's missing. There's a family behind it. And people see like over 2,000 people in a room and they're like, go and check out my post. It might be relevant. It's probably his nan sitting there smoking a cigar. And it's not relevant. Do you know what I mean? If it's relevant, it will do well on its own. You're so gorgeous. Thank you, Lily. So are you. Before you mention, I know I haven't got many eyebrows. You weren't a 1990s kid, so you don't know what it was like. I'm just seeing if there's any updates. Cheeky bastard, really was. What do you mean? Can you decide if it's relevant? Can you decide if it's relevant? Can you decide if it's relevant? Yeah, it's not. It's not. Too much. Oh, Stacey, I've never been bothered by my eyebrows before. Before I came on TikTok and someone called me Captain No Eyebrows once. And I literally was just like, and I just found them really funny, so I followed them. It's just, thank you, Teresa. I literally, I nearly left TikTok yesterday because I just had enough. I had enough of all the hate. Like, literally, I can't do a missing persons case. I can't literally, whether I've got my gifts off or gifts on, no matter what I'm doing, it's always a fucking problem. And it just gets to the stage where you're like, why am I even doing this anymore? Like, I'm just getting hatred from everyone. As soon as your account gets to a certain stage, people just hate you, and it's just literally everything's a competition. Like, I'm exactly the same today as I was the day I joined TikTok with no follows. And I just wish people could see that they're actually breaking my heart when they attack me constantly, because I do care about this case, really do. I'm just trying to open your message, Donna. I'm just struggling with my I've drawn them up. I'm just never bothered by my eyebrows. Like, literally just not bothered. Do you know what I mean? If you saw the size of my arse, you would think, oh, that's what she should focus on first. Like, my eyebrows are not keeping me up at night. This arse is. Do you know what I mean? I've got more junk in my trunk than anyone else in the world. I'd love the people involved to tell me why there's only one camera bang opposite the road in Smaskham and the last ping is from. The camera facing the road is screenshot taken. When I saw two guys coming from the tree area and vanished across the Masca Road, one had a grey t-shirt and shorts and a bag across it. But is there a picture of it? Okay, so there is pictures of it. So this has been updated. So they did actually put this, there's two boys walking up there and they reckon one's got a grey t-shirt and shorts and a black bag on, but it's very like hard to see. Even zoomed in, it's quite hard to see. What's your thoughts on Jay? We're just going through the most recent post for a second. And then there's another post by Rach, which obviously she is Brad's mum and she is the administrator. There is a fake GoFundMe circulating, guys. Please send we for people who are desperate and pathetic. So that's not even the right GoFundMe. So it wasn't even theirs. But it was in Lucy's name and they advertised it on the Facebook group. So the one with 10k. There is, so Lucy has put one up. Okay. So what's the new update then? Because I've got the GoFundMe post and I've got the, okay. I literally just thought I'd give money to a fake one then. I was like, for fuck's sake. I'm just trying to see. The family and friends of those involved and have any information regarding Jay's whereabouts, please contact admins and police with any relevant information. That's just a search one. Go on their new photo post. Yeah, okay. I donated, but anonymously, because I just knew people would give me hate for that and go, oh, look at her trying to act like she's literally solving the case. And I just thought, I'm not doing it. So I just made, I took all my money from my gifts and from my videos of Jay, and I just doubled it and just give that money in. Okay, so I'm on the Facebook page now. Let's go to new. I think he was wearing white trainers. Okay, not sure if this is useful, but I've seen someone commenting on the post. Translates to, I can update today. Today I've not seen a helicopter, but I went to the south and saw groups of firefighters looking around 3 p.m. When I returned from the south at 8 p.m, I was talking to a highway worker who saw the boy on Tuesday morning early in Masca at the bus stop. He wanted to go south, but in the end he went towards Hilda's viewpoint. Again, I saw a group of firefighters changing shifts, some civilians in the civil guard. Don't think they are not looking. Since Monday I've seen with my own eyes the hard work that people are doing. I don't understand being a couple of meters away from a bar asking for help. You can call and have them pick you up there. The boy's behaviour was not normal. And then people have like commented, I don't think it's to do with the boy's behaviour. People need to question other things. Has he been made to make the phone call? Has he been taken? I don't think he had done any of this on purpose. Poor boy's probably absolutely petrified. He'll be so dehydrated if he's not had a drink, especially in that weather. It's been 3 days. Someone would have seen him if he started walking back to his hotel. Tuesday morning that reads, yeah. And there's a fake GoFundMe circulating. And search teams are out. So I think that's like kind of... Oh, really, Adam? I'm glad you did find your way back, because obviously you're here with us now. We don't believe the British police have gone over to help. And there's a real jurisdiction issue, because normally within a police investigation, it would take for the Tenerife police to ask for help. So the British police couldn't just go over there and just start working. They would need permission. It's unlikely that we will apply to come over there to work on this case before it's been like a week. Or until someone asks. So yeah, so basically I'll read it again. So there was a post put onto the group, the Facebook group, and they've translated it from the Spanish language that it's in. And it says, I can update today. Today I have not seen a helicopter, but I went to the south and saw a group of firefighters looking around 3 p.m. When I returned from the south at 8 p.m, I talked to a highway worker who saw the boy on Tuesday morning early in Masca at the bus stop. Now, Masca is actually a town where there's cafes and stuff there. So hopefully, if that was him, you would think he would have contacted someone. I don't believe this item. He wanted to go to the south, but in the end he went towards Hilda's viewpoint. Again, I saw a lot of groups of firefighters changing shifts, some civilians and civil guard. Don't think they are not looking. Since Monday, I've seen with my own eyes the hard work that people are doing. I just don't understand being a couple of meters away from a bar, asking for help. You can call and have them pick you up there. The boy's behaviour is not normal. So the highway worker is basically saying that he was right near the bar when he actually asked for help. But then I don't believe that. I don't believe that was Jay. The admin who replied to me about it being halted to rescue a cat from a tree. What? To me, that doesn't seem... I mean, if you're at a bar, right, you're just going to phone Lucy from the bar and go, come get me. Or you're just going to phone an Uber or phone a taxi. You're not going to be there like, oh, well, I'll just walk up this way further. No, I don't believe that. I think that's the thing. Like, obviously, people either try to be too helpful and they just throw out tips and they just try and make it fit Jay. Sometimes people just fucking make it up. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of gang activity and there's a real dark side to Tenerife. There's a real drug trade over there, and there's a lot of Moroccans over there, for instance, that are all in the town. There's definitely a lot of robberies that happen. There's people that's being held against their will. There's people who've been robbed, mugged, spiked. So I think it's an open possibility. There's also the paranoia and kind of messing with your own head. Yeah, so Jack O'Sullivan does need the publicity, and XXL, if people can go onto my page and repost the video for Jack Sullivan that I did yesterday. Jack Sullivan is a boy who's been missing from the UK, from Bristol for 3 months now, and nobody seems to give a shit. I've posted several videos about Jack and they don't do very well, so if I can ask everyone after this live, there's 2,000 people in here, to go and repost that and leave a comment that's like 5 words long. Like, Jack is one of our own missing in our own country and nobody actually cares. And I say that because, like, Jack's group after 3 months has 13,000 followers, and Jay's reached 300k yesterday straight away. And Jack's parents are begging for someone to help them find their son. I do have his missing. There is a £20,000 reward for anyone who's got any information. And, you know, Jack was 23. He's had his 24th birthday since he's been missing. His family are devastated. They are complaining because the police have... the Spanish rescues have posted. Where have they posted, Katie? I'll show you where. Explain what they're doing. I'll show you where... the route this really, Okay, so I just became an otter for a second. Ella, stop it. So this is the area that what's your name? I'll tag, or on Facebook, Hayley Williams. This is the area that Jack was last seen walking on. Several CCTV have captured him that night. And really, guys, I really need you to comment and repost, because his mum is getting to a stage where she is desperate, man. She's desperate. She just wants help. Like, you know, it's a chance he's gone into the canal. There's loads of different chances, but he could be anywhere. You know, we need to find Jack as well. And that's why I did plan today. That's why I've got all these things ready to bring this up, because I thought if I've got 2,000 people in the room and I can get someone to care. I watched an interview with his mum on his 24th birthday, man, and literally she's just been ignored. And like I said, so many of you in here didn't even know Jack was missing. You know, it's been 106 days. Do you know what I mean? No, a little bit longer than that now. It was 106 days about a week ago. Jack's from Bristol. I think he may have been studying there. So there's the two boys. That's it. Australian lady. Oh, please ignore that Australian lady. She literally, I don't know. Yeah, I posted about 4 or 5 videos for Jack since he's been missing, but they get about 2,000 views, and my other cases get massive. You know, my video I put up about Jay, they've had about 400k views, but the ones about Jack, they probably struggled to make 10k between them all. Who just added me on Facebook? Oh, loads of people. Hello. Yeah, well, his mum's trying her hardest. And if people have got it in their hearts to go and join the Jack Sullivan missing persons group as well, I'd love for his mum just to see, like, you know, all 2K of you going and following that group and just showing that people care. I know it sounds really horrific, yeah, but for Jack's family, seeing how much attention it's got to hurt when you're getting so much attention. These are the last CCTV images of Jack. You know, it's got to hurt knowing that so many people care about Jay and no one really cares about your son. And I know that sounds awful. I mean, obviously everyone deserves exactly the same covering, so please. Yeah, I've literally got a really good relationship with Noah Donahoe's mum. I have, let me tell you the name of it actually, because I am a member. It's called Search for Jack O'Sullivan in Bristol. So I am a member of this group. I try to join as many of the groups as I can, to be fair. So it looks like this. I mean, they've got 5.7k members, and he's been missing over 3 months. And this could be anyone's son, man. He left a house party on St. David's Day. He was heading home. He made a last phone call and was never seen again. And the police have done absolutely nothing. The media have barely covered it. And thank you guys for honestly for doing it, because I just think I literally, where have you? 8 minutes ago, an hour ago, about an hour ago. Let me refresh the page because I'm not getting your tag. Thanks, please, Tom. It's so important that we, you know, that's the cases that break my heart the most. It's the cases where someone goes missing and no one cares. And, you know, it's absolutely heartbreaking. Imagine being his parent. I'd love for his mum to wake up today. Like, we've just got 100 members just in the time I've just told you to do that. Please go over. Let's make it up to at least 6k. Like, just share it with your friends. Ask people to follow. Do all that, yeah, please, because let's get as many people as possible join that group. I'm getting so many friend requests, but I'm not getting any tags. Why does she want to be my friend again? I don't even know you. So Lita's tagged me to me. Yeah, please. I just I'm not getting a tag in any post, to be fair. We'll just see it all.
The Observer, providing you with the latest TikTok drama from across the UK.